Today, I'm going to be showing you 4 absolutely incredible, super immersive, and massive VR chat worlds that you could easily spend hours exploring. First up in this video, we have Complex 7. This world is easily my favorite VR chat world that I've ever been to. Previously, my favorite world was District Roboto, but I feel like this has to take the cake because Finns basically took the same idea and then just took it to a whole nother level. This world is massive and easily one of the most detailed worlds I've ever been to. I want to do my best to show off this world without spoiling it too much because I highly recommend checking it out. And same for all the rest of the worlds in this video, they are all just completely insane, and I don't know if just watching them in this video can do them justice. When I was writing this video, I was having some trouble trying to figure out the perfect way to describe this world, but luckily Finns has described this world better than I ever could.
Complex 7 is a post-human, post-apocalyptic, cyberpunk world where machines try to continue the legacy of their creators, as well as the ongoing conflict of reclaiming Earth from the alien invaders that wiped out humanity.
In this world, you can travel from an apartment building that I can only assume is your home base, through an eerie town past all of the quarantined areas with the alien ships, and then heading into the subway to get to the city center, where you can find the robot civilians thriving. There is a ton to explore here in the city center, but I think that the thing that makes it stand out the most is that it really feels alive. Having lots of robots walking around and doing a bunch of different stuff really makes it stand out from basically every VR chat world that I've ever visited. I'll make sure to leave a link for all of these worlds in the description below the video so that you can easily find them whenever you'd want to check them out. Next up, we have Epilog Chapter 1. This world is actually the backstory to the ever so popular VR chat world Organism. To be honest, I haven't really spent too much time in Organism, or in this world to be honest, but I've run through it a couple times now, and I have to say this world offers an experience that's very unique and enjoyable despite not knowing about the Organism story. Similar to Complex 7, I was having a lot of trouble trying to figure out a good way to explain what this world is like, and I think the best way that I could possibly try and describe it is that it's like 100 different VR chat worlds that are blended together perfectly to create one amazing experience. Some parts of this world are quite dark, some are very charming, some are very calming, and some just make you feel completely unsure. But it's more than that. Each section of this world has an absurd amount of detail and personality that makes it completely unique from any other part of this world. They also somehow have extra rooms and spaces to explore, so even though the world is a pretty linear experience overall, there are dozens and dozens of nooks and crannies and hallways and all kinds of stuff to explore outside of that. This world is honestly unreal. Another world that feels completely unreal to explore in VR chat is Alticia, City Upon the Water. Hopefully I said that correctly. This is one of the main cities from Final Fantasy 15, and the world is absolutely huge. When I first discovered this world, I spent some time wandering around with a friend, and we actually ran into the world author. They were super friendly and actually spent a couple of hours giving us a complete tour. Obviously, you can't explore everything that you see when you enter the city, but there are a bunch of points of interest that you can visit as well as a few surprises. I think that overall, it's a super in-depth experience with a ton of awesome stuff to look at. The fourth and last world that we're going to be looking at in this video is actually another world by Finns, Deep Blue. Deep Blue is another world that's just completely unlike any other world that I've seen in VR chat. When you load in, you see that you're on a little tropical island, kind of in the middle of nowhere. It has a few little homes, some palm trees, and if you didn't know where to look, you could easily mistake this for the entire world. But if you swim out into the ocean in any direction, you will soon realize that the main attraction of this world is actually hiding completely out of view. As you dive down, you can follow a path that's cut out of the rocks and the coral reefs, and become instantly immersed in the ocean life, as different species surround you and swim about. As you swim around the island, you'll see everything from sharks to turtles, even jellyfish, a bunch of different fish, and so much more. This has always been one of my go-to worlds to show players who just upgraded to PC VR because the level of detail is just absolutely insane.